Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So I am here today at the St. Louis Pipe Show in lovely Webster Grove at the Masonic Lodge. And I'm here with Dave Shain. Dave Shain is it's really not a store, but the online presence of the pipery. And Dave has been really noted here within the last couple of years for your creation of the pocket jar, right?
Yep, pocket
And
jar.
and that pocket jar, I mean, if you haven't seen the pocket jar, you're not a pipe smoker because it's everywhere. I mean, it's in every brick and mortar just about that you can see. Online presence on smoking pipe, tobacco pipes, cup of joe, you name it, you can get those things everywhere. But we're not here today to talk to Pocket Jar because most of you already know about the Pocket Jar, but we are going to talk to him about his work with veterans and with soldiers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and if you don't know this, Dave goes around and collects tobaccos and tobacco accessories and pipes, and makes packages out of and sends them to troops overseas.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you a little bit
Yeah.
about that today.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, by the way.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate
You
it.
bet.
So tell me how all of this got started.
Yeah, so basically, I think we started around 2011, really shortly after I started smoking a pipe, because I had a buddy that was deployed, and so we put together some stuff for them and sent it over to Iraq. I think he was in Iraq, and you know, my experience in the pipe community is that pipe people are just super generous. I mean, even here at the show, you got guys that are opening up 20-year-old tins of tobacco, and they're like, "Here, fill up your pipe and smoke," and whatever. And in my early smoking experience, I had a lot of people that gave me pipes just out of the goodness of their heart, and that just got me thinking about how one, pipe people are super generous, and two, we all have pipes that we don't smoke anymore that just sit on the rack and they collect dust. And I figured guys could donate those if they want. We'd restore them and then send them to deployed military.
Where does most of these pipes end up? Do they end up like in the Middle East or something like that?
Yeah, so most everything that we get goes to deployed guys that are in Iraq, Kuwait, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, lately Syria, and I've sent some to Okinawa and Germany and other places where guys are stationed, but most everything is going out to active duty deployed guys.
What has been the demand for this? I mean, when you first started, how many kids would you send out?
Early it was probably like 40 or 50 a year. Last year we sent out 230 kits.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's
There's a
a
big demand.
big
Yeah.
demand for that,
I
and of
mean,
course, it's probably difficult for them to obtain any of these kind of
right,
products
right.
there.
Yeah, and I mean, like last week I got 40 requests. So from 3 different units. Yeah, and everything is donated by the pipe community. So, and what we do is each guy basically gets a briar or a meerschaum or something along those lines, would depend on what I have. A cob, and all the cobs that I send out are donated by Missouri Meerschaum. So they sent me 250 cobs in July. And then a pocket jar, a tool, and
Like a check
then
tool.
check tool or
Yep.
a nail or something like that. And then I try to send around a quarter to half a pound of tobacco to each guy, just
Where
so
do you
that
get
they
that
have
tobacco?
enough tobacco for their whole deployment.
Where
So,
do you end up getting your tobacco
so
from?
we get a lot of tins from the community, and I'd get baggies and stuff from guys too. And then Sutliff will give me as much bulk tobacco as I want.
Cool.
So last year they sent me 80 pounds, and we sent out 65 pounds of bulk from Sutliff, and then tins and all kinds of other stuff.
I mean, if you, it sounds like it's definitely a great endeavor. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's going to a worthy cause for sure. But I bet there's a bunch of hidden problems with getting this stuff over there, shipping fees and
Yeah.
all those types of things. So how does that get covered? I mean, do you get
Yeah.
donations as well?
Well, the way I used to do it in the beginning was I would ask the recipients to pay the shipping. We stopped doing that. Basically, we cover it out of pocket, so the pipery covers it out of pocket. But we also have been the beneficiary of some different raffles that people have done. So, like the Texas Pipe Show sent us money from their raffle, which has really helped a lot with covering shipping. And we did a raffle at my latest event at Smitty's, same thing, to help cover the cost of shipping. Because normally I'm probably sending out like 10 boxes at a go, which ends up being about $300, so it adds up.
Yeah.
But the cool thing for the hobby side is that 90% of the guys that are getting pipes are new pipe smokers, and so we're growing the pipe community through this as well.
What would you say is the age range of the recipients?
I mean, I would assume that most of these guys are probably in their 20s. And normally what happens is there's one guy that's a pipe smoker and he's on base and he's smoking his pipe, and then, guys see that and they're like, hey, that's cool. I want to try that,
Yeah.
And so, normally I'll get a request from one individual and he'll say, hey, I heard about your thing. I saw a guy smoking a pipe on base. I heard he told me about your thing. How do I get a pipe? And I'll respond with, well, is it just you? Or are there other guys interested? And it's almost always like, well, I got 10 other guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, or 20. Sometimes it's more than that, Last year we had 3 different units on the same base request. It was like 60 guys. And I was like, you've got your own pipe club, basically.
Yeah.
60 people smoking pipes together, basically on base. So,
So how do they get a hold of you?
yeah, so they can email me at it's freepipeproject@gmail.com, or they can Instagram message me through the pipery, and so that's those are the 2 main ways.
Okay, so if somebody wants to help out and contribute to what you're doing, well, how do they go about that?
Yeah, so basically, just email me. You can you can email me at freepipeproject@gmail.com, or you can email me at shain@thepipery.com, which is SHAIN at thepipery.com. And, just message me what you've got or what you're interested in sending, and I'll send you my address. And they can mail it directly to me, and then everything that comes in goes back out. So,
What types of donations would you accept?
so any kind of briar or meerschaum pipes. We we get most of our cobs donated from Missouri Meerschaum, but we take cobs,
Yeah.
unsmoked cobs. If you send me smoked cobs, I'm gonna throw them away. You know, I mean the cobs are cheap, and I wanted these guys to have a cool,
Experience.
not
Yeah.
be like this is. I mean, a smoked briar that's been restored is one thing, but cobs are kind of gross if they've been smoked a lot. So, and then tins. I need tins. We send out a lot of tins, and I mean it's great that Sutliff sends us bulk, but we take bulk too. So if you've got stuff that you don't smoke anymore and you want to put it in a Ziploc bag and label it and send it to me, that's great too. I just got a box full of those this week that's going to go out next week. So
As far as types of blends, what seems to be the most popular to send out to them? Are they into arrows or English?
I mean, like I said,
Virginias?
most of these guys are brand new smokers, so they don't really know what anything is, and they're just trying and experiencing it for the first time, and everybody likes something different. So
Yeah.
I try to send a variety. I send arrows, but I try to send a couple Englishes and a flake or Virginia, so they can try different things and figure out what it is that they like the best. But it's funny because when I get like this week, I got a request from a couple guys, and I asked them what kinds of tobaccos do they like or have they had, and they said it was an arrow, some kind of fruity arrow or something,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, well, just to get an idea. I try to, if they were like, oh, I love a Scudo, I'd try to send a tin of that, but it's a lot of arrows, mostly arrows, but I send out Englishes and whatever I've got.
Yeah. So you've been doing this for what, 13 years now, I think is what you told me earlier.
Yeah.
And you've more than tripled
Yeah.
what your initial startup was. Where do you see this going in the future?
I mean, last year we sent out 230 kits, which is the most I've ever sent in a year. And I mean, I already have 40. I've actually sent out boxes already this year, and I've got 40 requests right now. So
And
I
it's
mean,
February.
and it's February. So and when I say 40 requests, that's for 40 guys basically. So yeah, I mean, it could just get bigger and bigger, and that'd be fine with us. I mean, we love doing it. Mike, my business partner, is a veteran, and I've got a lot of buddies that are veterans, and it's just our way to give back. I mean, I appreciate everything that they do, and being able to give them a little peace and comfort at the end of the day is totally worth it.
Yeah.
So
And the name of this project, what do you
it's
call it?
called the Free Pipe Project.
Free Pipe Project. Guys, if you've got anything out there that you're not smoking anymore, any pipes just laying around collecting dust, Dave will take it and he'll send it to the troops and for a worthy cause and make those unused pipes used again, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything else you wanted to share with us about?
No, I just thank you to everybody out there that has donated and constantly. I talked about Missouri Meerschaum, they donate, Sutliff donates. Chris Morgan has a project where you can go on his website and you can buy a Bones pipe at a discount lower than what he sells it for now, and then he sends me those pipes.
Oh, cool.
So like this week, I got 10 Morgan Bones in that people just bought to donate.
That's
So that's
great.
another way to do it.
All right, guys. Well, that's a project worth doing, and let's get involved with that. I hope that you guys are encouraged to share your used pipes, and all. I'm sure they'll take new pipes too.
Oh yeah,
And all your tobacco that you're not smoking anymore, send it to Dave. He'll send it, and it'll get smoked. We promise you.
yeah,
Thank,
definitely.
thanks for coming on here and sharing this with us. We
Yeah.
really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having
It's a
me.
great thing you're doing for our
Yeah.
troops too.
Well, it's my honor to do it.
I come from a military family. I know how times can be, especially when my dad was always shipped somewhere, and families are not together. So that's tough on them. And
Yeah.
you're right. Just a little bit of comfort here and there makes the difference.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. We really do appreciate you. Don't forget, make all your piping moments count. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.